don't criticize us when we take the next step. Like now, this week, people are talking about Occupy, JKIA. They are already insinuating that, oh, we want to engage in arson and whatnot. No, they have blocked us from accessing Uhuru Park. First of all, they erected a fence there, God knows for what. It's supposed to be a public park. That fence needs to be down as soon as possible. But they have blocked us from CBD, and then now they use the business people to try and guilt trip us. Oh, because you're coming to CBD, then the business people are not making money. And I'm wondering, these business people, if the people don't have money, where will you get the customers? Where will you get the clientele to sustain your business? So we are all in this shit together. That's what you need to understand, so that when you open your mouth and claim that you're a businessman and you're suffering because of the protest, so me, I'm your potential client. How do you expect me to get money or to have money to come and support your business when they are passing a very toxic, a very sterile finance bill? So we are all in this together one way or another. So if you have no established catalog of our criticizing for our issues, for our grievances, please don't give us suggestions. Don't make suggestions for those of us who are in the struggle, those of us who are in the grind, trying to make it better. I was telling somebody, and I did a tweet just recently, just a while ago. I was saying Uhuru Kenyatta banned JKIA in 2013. 2013, he had seen the only way he's going to push his business interests. First of all, he wanted, to get the duty-free. He wanted to be in control and get the contracts for the duty-free. And then he wanted to terminate the Greenfield terminal. So because he couldn't do that legally, then he resorted to an unconventional way. And we endured the disruption that was even... Forget about everything we endured, because I remember I was traveling at the time a lot. We endured the disruption for months. Everything was overhauled. Everything was done. Even where we were going to get our stamps. Today, those contracts still exist at JKI. Do you know how much they are getting paid? They are getting paid 2 million shillings. 2 million shillings a day for those useless tents where when you're arriving, you get into a tent, I don't know what. They are being paid 2 million shillings. Nobody has ever raised a finger. But because now a group of protesters are saying, because we've been blocked everywhere, now let's go to the airport. We are not going to ban it. We are just going there to protest because they have blocked us in every other avenue that we want. Oh, now they are saying, oh, we are promoting anarchy. Where were they when Uhuru was banning the airport? You understand? So finally, I would want to tackle this issue of this treacherous bastard called Raila Amolo Odinga. Like, that guy has no shame whatsoever. We are supposed to be looking at our elders for advice, for direction, but slowly it's emerging that age is no longer a measure of wisdom, because you are ready to sacrifice all the ideals, all the principles, all the values that you've been purporting to stand for. But there was this one time I went to the the Jaramogi Odinga Center in Upper Hill, and he gave us a speech. And you will notice when he's giving his speeches, he starts from 1982, and then they end at 1995, and then he says he went, I don't know where, he was in exile, or he was in hiding, and then these people told him to hide, but he conveniently sleeps and forgets to tell us, or omits the fact that from 1997, he is the one who extended the Moi regime, part of him and the other MPs who came up with this so-called IPPG, and whatnot. And he came now in the Kibaki era, and then he came to the Uhuru era. His treachery and his betrayal is well documented, is in the public domain. So to see him embarking on the same garbage that he's been doing year in, year out, to see him now saying, he released a statement today saying, oh, I don't know, the doctors must be dealt with, I don't know what, all these issues must be dealt with. Who asked him? Who does he think that they are going to be dealt with because he spoke about them? This is the entitlement with a certain political class that we want to eradicate, because when they are talking about dialogue is amongst themselves, and we are saying that we are tired of your nonsense. Raila Odinga has pieced on his credentials, his imaginary credentials. He's I hear he's a conman, but I think he's worse. I think this guy is the problems of Kenya today are intertwined with Raila Odinga, and to see him shamelessly, even fronting names to be part of the cabinet. I'm happy because when we started this movement, we were only about Ruto must go. But now we have gotten Raila Odinga as a bonus package. So is buy one, get one free is a bog off because this Raila clown, this Raila character has been behind our misery. And now is an opportunity to hit a reboot so that in the next political dispensation, because we have seen Joe Biden, we had said Joe Biden is a one-time president. You can see his senility. His senility even drove him to Ruto. So if we are saying that Joe Biden has gone, if we are saying that Nicolas Sarkozy, not Sarkozy, this French president Macron has gone, if we are saying that Rishi Sunak has gone, then clearly there is no international support for William Ruto. If we are hearing, if the rumors are true that the donors have suspended funding from Kenya, if it is true that businessmen are not paying their taxes, then in a few weeks, Ruto will not have money even to pay the very policemen who are brutalizing us. So we are ending, the end game is clear. We are going, we are getting into something called a scorched earth policy, that's or strategy, where now the government will not have funds to continue propagating their heinous and outrageous and demonic agenda. So since we have seen that end, we should start preparing early because it is inevitable. Ruto is going. It's just a matter of when. But it's not an if. It's when he leaves. And from my own predictions, and I'm rarely wrong, Ruto cannot get to 2027. He will definitely not get there. Look at him today. Even when he's given an opportunity on a silver platter to rise to the occasion, to tower above his petty and parochial interests, the guy just opens his mouth and says the dumbest shit that can come out of a human being. You wonder what's wrong with this guy. He's just intentionally, deliberately provoking us. And now when people now decide he has triggered, I've had the PS here talking of higher education, and she's talking in a very motherly tone, and she's saying, "Oh, I'm a mother, you know, you're sympathizing with who? Shut the fuck up, man. Stop trying to insult our collective intelligence over here, trying to say you're sympathizing